So this video is for you if you're either not very satisfied with your sex life, maybe you feel kind of bored with it, maybe you are not getting what you want, maybe you don't feel like having sex at all. For all of those things, this video is very helpful. But it's also for you if you are in a way satisfied with what you're having right now, but you would like to have maybe even more connection, even more pleasure, even more growth together with your partner or your lover or whoever you're having sex with. I'm basing myself on nonviolent communication, and I really like what that can do for your sex life because it helps you to connect with the needs and the values that are behind what you're longing for. And that way you can realize more what it is that you really want and need. And it also will help your partner to connect with what you want and to understand it more. So I'm going to be guiding you through 5 steps. And at the end, I'm also going to share with you a little habit, another habit that I developed with my partner that is also helpful for having an amazing sex life. So let's get started. So step 1, take a piece of paper, preferably a bit large, and fold it in 2. Then you're going to put on the left side abstract needs. You're going to write that on top of the column that you created. On the right side, you're going to put concrete longings. Okay, that's it. That's step 1. Step 2, ask yourself, what am I longing for? What is my heart longing for in my sex life? Try to not limit yourself by, what other people might be thinking, what you find normal or not, or what your partner might want or not. This moment is really just for you. Whatever other people want can come later. Okay, so, and what I want to ask you is, whatever is coming up for you, to put it in the right side of the paper. And I'm going to explain to you now how to decide which side of the paper something belongs. So most things that come up for you will be on the side of the concrete longings. So for example, I want to have more orgasms. I want my boyfriend to still like me if I don't want to have sex. Or I would like to have a threesome. I would like to have sex in nature. I would like to have a full hour, full body massage before we start to move to penetration or whatever. Okay, all of those kind of things are concrete longings. So you put them on the side of concrete longings. Maybe what comes up for you are more abstract needs or values. Maybe you want more respect in your sex life. Maybe you run into problems and you would like to have understanding and reassurance. Maybe you long for more pleasure, more confidence, more depth or togetherness in your sex life, more diversity. All of those concepts, respect, diversity, pleasure, confidence, are abstract. So you put them on the side of the abstract needs. Every time you put something on one side, make sure you leave a space on the other side, because we're going to fill in both sides in the end. I hope you can follow me. So step 3, we're going to do a cheeky test. I call it a cheeky test. This means that you're going to ask yourself, have I been fully honest so far? What if there was no one in the world? What if I was the only person in the world and I still would like to have a sex life? What would I be longing for? What do I really want? Maybe the things that you want are, not, you find them like kind of abnormal, or maybe they're even illegal, or the person you want to do it with doesn't consent. Remember that this is not a to-do list, what we're making. This is a wish list. So for these 5 minutes, just allow your body to come up with any longings and to tell yourself that, the longings of your body are kind of as innocent as a child. Your body doesn't know about the society's rules or, whatever is considered normal or abnormal or whatever, or what is too vulnerable or, so for these 5 minutes, just let your body know that you heard her or his wishes. That's what this step is about. So ask yourself if maybe hearing all of this, maybe there's something else that you truly would long for. So step 4 is about focusing. I would really like you to get out of this exercise with really concrete thing to do. So I want to take just one thing from maybe the several things that you wrote down. Maybe you just wrote down one thing, but maybe you wrote down several things. So in order to focus and to really get something out of this, I want to ask you to pick just one thing. It could be one abstract need, or one concrete longing that you wrote down just now. And after picking this, I imagine the other side of the piece of paper is empty, right? You have maybe a concrete longing, but not the abstract need, or the other way around. So whatever you chose, make sure you fill in the other side. So for example, if I have the concrete longing for more orgasms, the need behind that could be pleasure. Or it could be that I want to matter. If you don't know about NVC needs yet, you can go to my website and download the need card that contains a whole list of needs, so you can just pick from that, it's more easy. Make sure you have the need that really, really resonates with you. So maybe it's about pleasure, maybe it's more about to matter, maybe it's about something else. And the other way around, the same. If you have an abstract need, try to come up with a super concrete step to meet that need. So maybe you want more diversity. Wow, what could be a concrete way to get that? Well, maybe I want to have sex in a different place. I want to have sex in the kitchen once, or, come up with something that fits for you. Step 5. Now you've got your abstract needs and your concrete longing. But it could be that your concrete longing is still not very, I call it doable or hyper concrete. Because for example, with this example that I gave that, maybe I want more orgasms, I want to have more pleasure, whatever. That's quite a big thing. Like, okay, how am I going to do that? So the question is right now, what is a small step towards, getting this wish fulfilled? So maybe the small step in getting more orgasms would be that I schedule a talk with my partner. Even that could be a little more concrete. I could tell myself, okay, today when my partner gets home from work, I will ask him if we can get our calendars and if we can pick a moment this week that we both probably are spacious. That is, if you tell your brain this, it's very likely that it's going to do this because it's super concrete and super tiny step. So make sure you have this really concrete and tiny step from your already quite concrete longing. Also make sure that it's a positive thing. What I mean is that, for example, if I'm annoyed because my partner wants sex more often than me and the way he's asking for it, somehow it's triggering me, somehow it's annoying me. Instead of making the request to my partner, like the idea for myself is going to be like, oh, I'm going to ask my partner to not ask it in the way that he does. I want you to not ask it that way anymore. That's not very positive. Your partner doesn't know what to do. So come up with something positive. Maybe I can think about this small step to do, to ask my partner to tell me more about what is behind his longing for sex. Maybe I can connect more with it and already feel less annoyed with it. That could be a positive step in trying to meet my needs. So you now completed the 5 steps. Hopefully you were able to come up with a tiny little step that you can take to have a more amazing sex life. If you didn't, please write in the comments and ask for help. I can help you with it. But if you did, I know there's something that, in my experience and what I hear from people, is sometimes still holding you back from actually going for it. And that is that it's just very scary and vulnerable and, in a way not done a lot to really stand for your needs in your sex life. So a habit that I have with my partner is to have once a month a check-in where it's not just about our sex life, but in general, we just check ourselves. Is there anything that we long for, that we want to ask for, that maybe so far we were a little bit repressing or a little bit parking because it was maybe too small? That's what we're telling ourselves, But I very strongly believe if you put aside the small things every time, like in a while, in a few months, in a few years, few decades, I'm gonna explode or I'm gonna die inside, like I'm gonna have this terrible experience because I didn't do the maintenance that is really necessary for this. So I really would love that people take their sex life in that sense more seriously and help support themselves to, create a habit that is supporting in saying this stuff that might be a little bit scary. So what I've noticed with this is that when sometimes I find it a bit scary, that I know we have this moment that we're expecting a bit scary or vulnerable stuff to come up. There's space, we make sure we're both spacious. I'm gonna actually make a separate video about these habits that we have, but for your sex life, I would really recommend to have like regular talks. So it's expected that you come up with something. Alright, I hope you learned a lot from this. I would love it if you would share this video with at least one person that you trust. Maybe you can exchange what came out of the video for you, because I would really love it if this more open talk about sexuality, and it's not just about, you know, what you're supposed to do in your sex life, but really what is important for you. Okay, see you next time. Ciao.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
I'm not self-conscious at all. Pew.